Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome to part 12 of our MXGP2, the official motocross video game career mode game playthrough here on Start Your Systems. And it's a 450 class time. I mean, the MXGP class, technically, because that's what they call it in Europa. But we're just going to kick it right off, and I'm going to just do the best I can. I've only ridden the 450 a few times in this game, and only... well, I did it once for like a video on our channel where I played as Ryan Villapoto, but since then only played on the 450 online. So I don't really know like many of the tracks how the 450 rides because I did a lot more 250 online than the 450. But I do know that the 450 is a lot faster than the 250, so we'll see. I mean, it's going to be kind of completely different than the MX2 class was. But I think I'm going to just do the same thing I was doing where I just do one lap of qualifying and then go into the races and we'll see. And I'm on the Monster Energy Factory Kawasaki team, which is like KRT, I think, Kawasaki Racing Team. Got a red, white, and blue helmet on with some red and blue boots just to be nice and Americanized and cut the track immediately. Alright, didn't start a lap yet, so this is the beginning of the lap. The beginning of my MXGP class career. Of course, completely different set of riders in the MXGP class, like this boy right here, the Belgian Kevin Strybos. Oh, later. And technically my teammates on this particular team that I'm on, this Kawasaki Racing team, are Villapoto and Rattray and one other rider, I think. And the fact that I can't remember who that rider is quite annoying to me at the moment, but I'll check the results as soon as we're done with this. So I'm on realistic difficulty, as I have been this whole time in this career mode, or pretty much this whole time. And the physics are on realistic as well, so it's supposed to be the hardest AI with the hardest gameplay, but honestly it's really not that difficult. So far, liking the 450 a lot better than the 250. It feels like it actually rides smooth. So we'll see how that goes. One thing that's weird about this track, I think, is that it looks like they built the displacement of the track, which is the jumps and the actual track itself, not the off-track stuff, like raised up like a good 3 or 4 feet. Like, look at it, I just fell off the side of the track and I fell down like a cliff practically. That's pretty much not how it's built in Qatar, but you know, whatever. Alright, one lap puts me 5th, but that's not really any of my worry, because we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the motos. Skip to race 1, yes. And let's see if I can figure out who my teammate is. Alright, so where did I end up? 18th. Rattray, Villa Potato, and that's it. Rattray, Villapoto, and me. Oh, and Frossard. Frossard, right. But why? Frossard must have been, but he was a fill-in for Villapoto after Villapoto got hurt, I thought. Like, didn't Frossard start the season on KTM? I don't know. It's all so confusing. Alright, gonna start on the outside of Ken de Dijker. Roman Fever with the red plate on the inside. Which is not true, because it says Max Noggle won the championship last time around. In between... Isn't that Nathan Watson? Oh, I got a good start. Nathan Watson and Ken de Dijker. Whole shot. Yeah, boy. That's a much better start to my season than Villapoto had when he raced the GPs. Nothing like stalling your bike on the gate. That will get you far in life. Alright, so out to the early lead in Qatar. The MXGP of Qatar at Losail Circuit, Losail International Circuit. Looks like I'm already kind of pulling away a little bit too. I'm trying to, since these factory bikes are really good at turning, not lean as much in the corners. And it seems to be helping a lot. You know, obviously if it needs to be a little bit tighter, lean in harder. The brakes are prime on these bikes, so pretty much you need to only use the front brake, which is my right bumper. Then I have the clutch on the left bumper, rear brake on the left trigger, and obviously throttle on the right trigger. Then left stick is to turn the like bars, I guess, and then right stick is to move the rider. That's pretty much all I'm using. I could use the shift up and shift down, which is Y and X on my controller. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, by the way. I'm playing this on PC, but I have semi-automatic transmissions, so I'm just kind of running with that. Maybe if I start whipping some serious ass about halfway through the season, I'll try manual transmission, but it just sounds very hard to do with 2 sticks. I play MX Simulator with only 1 stick, and I play that in manual too, with the manual transmission, so I guess it's a little easier because my right hand is always on the buttons then, instead of it being on the right stick right now, my right thumb that is. But my left hand is pretty much in the exact same spot it always is on the stick. Yeah, I'm so far loving these 450s a lot more than the MX2 bikes, the 250s. I don't know why. It must be the power, because it must feel like it's actually moving a little bit better. We had a comment on the video last time around that said like this game looks like garbage because you're hardly moving, and I think that Milestone honestly just made the 250Fs like pretty shitty just to emphasize the power differences. Because like IRL, you have to ride a 250F a lot harder than a 450, obviously. But speed-wise, they'll run pretty similar lap times and stuff like that, so it's not like it's way off or anything. But these 450s feel like OP AF. They're so fast, they're so smooth. Like the power on it is awesome. So clearly, I think they were going with a different direction, trying to get people to realize that MX2 is like the lesser class. So far, I'm out to like a 5-second lead, so I'm going to see what kind of lead I have by the end of this GP, this opening race of the GP, that is. And then I'll give them a head start in race 2 just to make things a little bit more exciting, because right now you're just watching me rip by myself. Never been to Qatar in real life. I do know a couple people that have, and I've spoken to those people. So I don't feel like I can be super honest with my review of this particular track. But again, I don't see how anybody could logically explain that the track level is raised that high around the entire track. Like there's not one spot where it actually dips down. And I know it's a video game, so they're going to do unrealistic things and whatever, but still, it just seems weird. And then this jump is supposed to be a quad on a 450, but you can pretty much barely double it, so double. Alright, won the opening race of the MXGP World Championship handily on realistic difficulty. Cairoli, Desal, Fevra, Noggle, and Villapoto was 7th. Sounds about right. Moving on. I'll just give him a 5-second head start, just because I think it's going to be a lot harder to get through the field on this track, particularly because my racing prowess in this game sucks a massive butt. So we'll try and see what we can do. So 5-second head start, let these guys get away from me a bit, and then try to get through the field. So get ready, get steady, and to go. So through turn 1, and it was Fevra apparently with the whole shot, even though it lists him as 2nd on the screen, so it must have been passed immediately. And I will begin my ascension through the field. I just don't understand how this can be classified as realistic difficulty. It's so easy to pass people. Oh, but it's very easy to make mistakes like that too. So got to be cautious. Made a few passes, immediately back to 22nd place. It's like David Philipparts and Kevin Strybos are off the back with Tyler Rattray. Philipparts, 2008 MXGP World Champion. I think in Italian it probably is pronounced like David Philipparts or something like crazy like that. everybody I've ever heard except Jeff Emmett calls him Kevin Strybos or Strybos. And then Jeff Emmett calls him Streejbos. So I don't know where Emmek's coming from with that. You would think that Emmek, being in the industry, could at least talk to either Kevin or his father Dave, who were both racers in their day, and say, hey man, how do you pronounce your last name? And they would be like, oh, it's just Estribos or something, you know, something wild, some Belgian pronunciation. But nope. Somehow there's everybody on the planet calling them Strybos, and Emmet calls them Strichibos. And him and Charlie are having a little tussle into turn 1. I'm just trying to avoid it at the moment. Meanwhile, I'm having a terrible, terrible race, and it's just about to go to bad to worse. Again, I'm just going to be honest that I don't think that the in-corner collisions are very realistic, because I was barely touching Strybos, and I stood the bike up, and it just shot me off the track. So, I don't know what they want me to do there. So I go from dominating race 1, handily running away from the race, to being dead last halfway through the second lap of race 2. This is going to be a fun series. I can already tell. There'll be lots of rage, there'll be lots of fun, and you guys get to experience it all with me. Yay! Alright, let's try this again. Charlier, Strybos, and Philip Hartz, and whoever else is on the Yamaha up there that looks like Roman Fevre, but I don't think it really is. Or is that a Yamaha? I think it's a Yamaha. Alright, down the inside. Got him. Oh, it's Milko Podisek on the 32. Alright, gonna get Philip Hertz. Come on, get the drive. Try around the outside, which leads to the inside in turn 2. And that'll work beautifully to get Podisek too. Now we got Watson and Rattray. Up to 18th. Will I have a better debut than Ryan Villapoto? Oh boy, he's trying to shut the door, is he? Oh, that's alright. I'll just swing a tight line and make the pass anyway, bro. Next up, we have Dennis Ulrich, Dean Ferris, maybe Sean Simpson on the 24. I think that is him. Yeah, that's Simpson. And then the 183 of Stephen Frassard. O.J. Simpson. There we go. Got Simpson. I didn't even think about that. I was just trying to say O.J. Simpson, like, you know, the murderer. But just was passing Sean Simpson in the process. I don't think I'm going to get up to Van Horbeek, and I hope I don't get landed on my teammate. All right. 12th. Go 112 at Qatar. Well, at least I got some good points out of that. And the orders seem to be kind of flip-flopped in Moto 2. So I'm not that far back in the points, only 9 points back. And I ended up 5th overall. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Fevre, Dasal, Cairoli, Nagel, and myself. Koldenhoff, Villapoto, Barbership, Paul, and Van Horbeek top 10. De Dijker and Boutron rounding out. I must have not beat the objective. I don't know who the objective was. So let's move on to the next race. The objective is Tony Cairoli, and I have to go at least 1-2 or 2-1. Which seems completely reasonable. Not. And we're going to Nakhon Chaisri, which is the Thai MXGP in Thailand. Alright, so there's a couple jumps on this track that I'm really curious to try and see if I can do on a 450. Because like I said, never done this on a 450, only an MX2 bike. I feel like the section that these guys are doing a triple in the middle of is going to be doable, but I could be wrong. I mean, the bike does feel quite a bit faster, so I feel like you should be able to do it, but we'll see. It's left up here, a little table, and then a right, like, sweeper U-turn, and then it's that section that I'm talking about. So let's see. I'm going to kind of swing a little bit wider, get a drive, and then these guys are tripling this. There we go. All right, so you can. Is that Paul Coates? Interesting. Oh boy. Oh, I thought I was going to hit Strabos. Alright, so already the first sign that jumps are actually doable, that were doable in real life in this game. Can I get this triple even? Look at that. That triple was literally impossible on an MX2 bike. I don't think I got it once, but I just made a mess of the section before it and still cleared it, so I'm happy. I'm happy with how this 450 rides. Feels like you can actually jump stuff and play the game as it's meant to be played. I'd be curious to know if there are people out there though that just ride the balls off of an MX2 bike in this game and can do those jumps. Like, I'm sure that, you know, like once in a while in a lucky lap you get it, but there must be aliens somewhere that, like in Sim, they do alien type stuff. In this game they're just like, oh yeah, I just rip around the outside and jump that, no freaking problem, because that's how it works, apparently. Alright, on race 1. And I beat these guys by 2.5 seconds a lap, so I'm just going to go ahead and do them a flavor and give them a 5-second head start this race as well. And then if I can win this one, then I'll move it out to a 10-second head start for the next one, or depending on how far it is. Alright, let them go ahead. 5-second head start. And away we go. So let's see if I can maybe do a little bit better than I did in Qatar. Got to get through Philip Bankston and perhaps Paul Coates. His rat tray just went down, so he's in the back now. Jose Butron's back here. And that's the Diker who was just down? Or is that Van Horbeek, I think I saw in there too? So 3 corners in, we're already up to 17th. Hotline. Cut the track pretty much, but it's a hotline. Down by the mechanics area, trying to shut the door on Paul Coates, and somebody just yard sailed behind me. Alright, let's try to make this line work again. There it is. So fast. I wonder if any of the AI is even doing that line. Moved me right up into 11th. Man, these 450s are a freaking blast to ride. They're so much more fun than the MX2 bike. Like, if you want to feel good about this game, ride the MX2 class and hate life, and then move up to the 450 class, and you're going to think that this is like the bee's knees. Alright, up to 9th. Another crash. That was DeSalle. Clement DeSalle. Now we're going around Davide Guarneri on the TM Factory Racing Machine. The Italian, Sean Simpson. Oh, the Brit. Battling it out with Cairoli. Oh, no, no. Oh, darn it. I saw it that it was starting to happen. Like, I was getting sucked into their vortex that exists on the bottom of their bikes. Got a decent drive through there, but I was just kind of bouncing around. Oh, Paulin and Guarneri hitting in midair, and that's Barbashev right in front of them. Trying to get to the inside again. Got Barbashev. Past the mechanics area once more. I'm going to swing it way to the outside here. Hope it turns into the inside, but Paulin and Guarneri are just going after each other. Oh, that's not a good line. Oh, how did it let me through it? Whoa, we're all off the side of the track. Alright, 6th place. Doing alright. Back up to Simpson and Cairoli, so we've already been here before. Trying to cut under maneuver, but it didn't quite work. Whoa, that tabletop is a lot shorter. Oh, these guys are going nowhere in that corner, and somehow it didn't reset me. Easy, Simpson, shutting the door hard, are you? And then he just pile drives Cairoli. His battling is awesome. Just trying to sneak into this battle and not get taken out in the process. Simpson's doing some pretty gnarly defensive maneuvers here. Just trying to find a way to the inside. And Cairoli might get me back because of it. Just trying to do something to get by Simpson without taking myself out, obviously. Alright, here we go. Got a low line. Do a little whipper tail in his face. Jump a little farther into the corner. Oh, he's trying to get me back. Oh, battle. I got him. Don't worry, boys. We got him. So now I got to go get Villa Potato. And I could probably do it with this line. Later. Freaking OP Az. Look at how fast that line is. It's so much faster. And then I pretty much just cut the track to get by Noggle, who's battling it out with Fevra up here. I could win this race. Oh my gosh, into the lead from dead last. It was fun too. It was fun to go through that pack like that. Should I give them 10 seconds next time? It's almost like it's too much. I gave them 5 and I'm barely going to win the race. But to be fair, I said I would extend it out if I won. And I was kind of dilly-dallying with a couple guys back there for a while. It's pretty easy to pass like the back 11 of the field or so when you give them a head start because they're kind of tiptoeing in their Jordans through the first couple corners. So, oh no! Come on, don't crash. Come on. Oh boy, that was a dumb-ass mistake. All right, I'm still gonna get Fevra to the line though. Yeah, we got him. Alright, so second place. That was a dumb mistake. I don't know why I crashed there. Second place to Noggle. There we are. So I need to win if I want to beat the team objective, but I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to just say, let's cut it in half because I didn't win. We'll give him like 7.5 seconds. And try to catch them up. Bing, bing. 7.5. There we are. So let's see if we can catch the leaders once again. I can't tell. I feel like it is, but I don't think it actually is, that the track is rougher in the second moto, like as if they left the rough there, but the lines just kind of disappeared, like the lines that you would see on the track. I can't really tell. Like it seems like it is, but obviously I'm starting at the back of the field, so it's already kind of getting a little bit of the rough and chop from everybody going through it on the opening lap. So I'm not sure. I think it'd be cool though. I think it'd be cool to be you know, the MXGP race 2 is obviously the last race of the day, pretty much last race of the weekend. There's usually nothing after it. So I think it'd be interesting if they actually put the rough to be more intensified like it would be on a real weekend. I was trying to take that line, just landed on Gautier Paulin, like no biggie. Look at that, already up into the 9th position. It really is easy to get through that back part of the field. The front of the pack, it's almost like they're smarter, they ride better defensive lines or something like that, but once you're up here, you kind of actually have to plan your passes, or else you're going to just run into them and crash. So at least that's kind of cool that it seems like the farther up the field you get, the difficulty is harder, but it's still not that hard. Like to catch and pass people, it's really not super difficult. It's difficult to not run into them and go down, but you know, as long as you kind of play it smart, you can get through the field pretty easily, even on realistic. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. Alright, so we're going to have to deal with being in 11th after the opening lap. 11th or 10th, depending on who gets to the line first. Van Horbeek. So 11th. I'm going to try to pass him into this corner. Oh boy. Hump the bike. Alright, let's use my specialty line here. I think it would be pretty cool though if other people were using that line so that it like kind of evened out. I mean, the line that I'm doing there is the line that they were using in real life on this track, so it seems like it's only fair that on realistic difficulty they'd ramp up the AI to be able to somehow do that line. But, you know, for whatever reason they didn't, and that's cool. Oh, I just got whipped on hardcore. You want to go, Jose Butron? Let's go. Let's have a whip-off, bro. Oh, man, and then Desal and Strybos just pretty much face-fucked each other. Holy crap. Try to cut under, get to the inside of Barbashev. And the inside of Butron. Get whipped on, bitch. Alright, can I still win this race? Made up only 5 positions in that lap, so... Or maybe I didn't, maybe I made up more. Yeah, I guess I just made up more positions on that lap, no big deal. Just a couple passes right before the line. So now I gotta give through Villapoto and Koldenhoff. And then I can't quite tell who's leading. Villapoto just blocked past me though, for no good reason. Didn't get the line because I just nipped that little jump on the edge of the track. So now winning the race is still going to be pretty difficult. I think it's Cairoli out front. Whoa! I think I just caused a crash. Although Villapoto's still up, so maybe it wasn't that big of a crash. I think that is Cairoli. So can I run down Cairoli? Leave! Villapoto trying to get me back in the S's. I don't think I'm going to have enough to get to Cairoli in time. I'm really bad in this last section too, these last couple corners, the tight ones. So I don't think I'm going to get to him, unfortunately. But I think I'll get the overall then with a 2-2. I don't remember where Cairoli finished in the first moto, but I think it was behind the group that I was battling with, which was Febvre and Noggle, so... I think I'll get the overall. Will I have the points lead? Who knows? So Cairoli with the win. Second for me. And I think the overall, because Villapoto got third, and that looks like Todd Waters honestly in fourth. Yeah, it was. And Noggle was clear down in 13th. So let's see. Yep, overall by 4 points over Cairoli. That puts me into a tie with Cairoli in the championship over Febvre by 2 points. Interesting. Well then, and I'm going to lose reputation because I did not beat my team objective. Bummer. All right, that's it. That's the start of our MXGP career. You can take a look at the magazine. Thailand, lucky for Brouwer. Pff, bullshit headline there. No luck involved. I came from dead last, bro. Unlucky race for Brouwer first, whose disappointment is written all over his face. Yeah. Yep, it's all over my face. It's everywhere. I can't get it off. Take a look at my emails. Didn't come up to scratch. The team is still enthusiastic. Whole shot explanation. Blah, 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 blah. Take a look at my team interest. Pretty much everybody is on board except KTM, Husqvarna, HRC, and Factory Yamaha. Sponsor interest. Everybody on board except GoPro, Tag Heuer, Ippon, and Parts Europe. All right, so that's it for part 12 rather of MXGP2 Career Mode here on Start Your Systems. Join us next time for part 13, where we take on the next 2 GPs in the MXGP World Championship. We'll see how it goes from there. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to comment and hit us up with any questions or concerns that you have, you can do that as well. And I would recommend subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. For now, we'll see you guys next time right here, same time, same place on Start Your Systems. So long for now.